Morning everyone. What on earth is that? Picture looks kind of weird. Looks like I've got something strange on my head. Oh, it's Facebook telling me to find a face to put on. Anyway, that's kind of weird. Kind of embarrassing way to start. So, no prizes for guessing where I am this morning. And for those that have been part of my business or follow me for a while, you know I normally do a news video every Wednesday, and I have this little piece of paper. Don't know if you can see that because everything's reflecting off the screen, that I normally hold with my other hand behind my phone. Anyway, as you can see, blank this morning. So most people within my business know already, but if you didn't know, I've got a little bit of an announcement to make. And that is that after 6 years, almost exactly to the day, I'm going to be leaving my business and heading back to, on a bit of a journey actually. It's kind of really distracting. There's this, you know how you get filters? There's a filter that has me with a beanie, so I hope you guys can't see it because I don't think I'll switch that on. But anyway, yeah, if you jump on live, by the way, just give me a thumbs up or a comment so I know who it is that's there. But yeah, so that's it. That's pretty huge news in the most anticlimactical sort of way. Yeah, so I'm going to be leaving my business, and my wife and I are heading back to Perth to stay with the in-laws for a temporary period while I finish the Ninja trailer, get that all up and running. And then a 5-year plan that Michelle and I have had is to build a bus and travel around the country towing the Ninja trailer. There were a whole bunch of things that we wanted to put in place before that happened, such as the kids getting jobs and their independence and that sort of thing. And having my business in a position where I could step out of it for 2 weeks to a month here or there and come back to it. But sometimes the best laid plans are often get chucked out the window when the universe has its little bit to say. So that's what we're off to. We're bringing the 5-year plan forward, and it's become pretty much the 5-minute plan or the next minute plan. So I sent an email to my clients or my friends, members over the weekend. So most of you should know. If you're hearing now for the first time, I'm sorry I didn't get the chance to tell you in person. Well, I wanted to tell everybody in person, but unfortunately time is of the essence. So the spark for the whole thing was actually the lease at the house we're renting is up on the 9th of July, and the owner wants to move back in. And because our requirements are a little bit niche as far as what we need from a rental property, we had a lot of difficulty finding somewhere. So we started to look at what the options were as far as putting stuff in storage and living in a caravan park in the camper or whatever. And then started to think about the idea of bringing the Ninja trailer forward. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, that's enough about me. Wanted to get into a couple of news items. Obviously, this is probably going to be the last time that you see me in this format, certainly in this location for a while. And look how beautiful it is too. I'm going to miss this place, but only for a short time. I've got to say a big shout out to, I'm going to get emotional now, to Glenn Sanford and also to Michael Smith that are both heading up to do, oh wow, this is harder than I thought. So Glenn and Michael are heading up to the Gold Coast. They both leave tomorrow night, I think, on the same plane, and they're doing the half marathon. Michael's doing his first half marathon at the age of 71, I think, turned 72 at the end of July. And it's funny because after last year's City to Bay, he did it in about an hour 20, something like that, which is a pretty good time for a gentleman in that age category. Won his age category at the age of 70 he was at the time, now 71. And he joked about next year doing the 12K in as many minutes as his age, so doing it in 72 minutes. Well, with his progress, it won't surprise me if this year's City to Bay in September, he does it in an hour, because he's just made that much progress. It's been incredible. And I don't think I can say too much about Glenn because I'll get too emotional because, oh, wow, this is heaps hard. He's a great friend and a great mentor and like an older brother to me. And 2 years ago we ran the Gold Coast together. I did the marathon and he did the half, but yeah, anyway, I think I better move on because I'm going to keep choking. But yeah, big shout out to you both and good luck for the event on the weekend. I know you're both going to do really, really well. Slightly different goals to previous years. I know Glenn has had some niggling injuries and that sort of thing, but yeah, very proud of you both, and it's going to be awesome to see your results come Sunday night. Now, what else have I got to tell you about? So dates for the winding up of the business. Well, no, that's the other thing. I don't think it's going to wind up. Much as I was prepared to sort of step out and move on, I think I underestimated the strength of the community within the group. So stay tuned, because things are likely to carry on and continue, certainly with the community anyway. And I'm sure a new leader is not far in the future. In fact, oh, hello Karen. Oh, now you're going to make it really hard. Don't do me a favour, Karen. Don't watch back, or if you do, bring a box of tissues. Oh, Sandra. Oh, it's all happening now. So anyway, so the final dates. So this week is the last official week of training, with my last session officially on Saturday. So following that, there'll be no charges to everyone else, but great opportunities to come to training. So Wednesday night was always planned to be Tom's last hit session, so that's still going to go ahead, and I'll be loaning him my gear to do that one. Excuse me, sniffling away. And then Saturday the 7th, there'll be a train the trainer session. Now that was all sort of set in place for Tom, so those dates will stay the same as they are, and I will do my best to get to that Saturday session and for one big final hitter. So that's everything normal for this week. Wednesday the 4th, 6:30 p.m. Oh, Sandra, showing some tears here. and Saturday the 7th, the boxing session at 8 o'clock, where you get the opportunity to train the Tom, and we'll see what else happens there. I have had some discussions with a couple of people, and it looks like things are going to come together in some way, shape or form. Don't know exactly how that's going to eventuate yet, but stay close to your email and your social media, and I'll let you know what happens there. But there might be some new people to introduce at that session as well. And then in the afternoon, we'll be heading off to, it looks like it's going to be the SB. In fact, let's call it right now. So we'll head off to the SB between 3 and 6 p.m. And those that want to stay for dinner can stay for dinner as well. Have a bit of a last hurrah. And then from there, we'll be, Michelle and I are packing up and heading off to Perth. And for those that are interested in following our journey, oh my God, hello, Kerry. Wow, I'm going to choke up big time here. So Michelle and I will be heading off to Perth now. I'd love to have your patronage or have you follow our journey, and it's kind of ironic. Michelle and I started a Facebook page a while ago called Magic and Marathons, where we were sort of wanting to combine our efforts and our learnings and our teachings. So we're going to use that Facebook page to share the bus life journey. So give us a follow over there. If you click the link below this video, it'll take you to the normal newsletter page, and you'll see all the links to everything there. So follow us on the on Facebook at Magic and Marathons. It's Magic with a CK, the way it's supposed to be spelled. And then I'll also be using a platform called Patreon to deliver some digital workouts, and that'll be something that we'll be doing while on the road, traveling around the country. And the Ninja Trailer, obviously, that's going to continue and surge forward, so you can follow the website or the GoFundMe page. And I've had lots of feedback. It's funny, how far things spread without you knowing. My daughter in Perth said that a friend of hers who is like Susie's second grandmother, actually, I suppose, has a sister or something who can't wait to see the Ninja Trailer and loves it. And I had no idea that it had reached that far. But it's funny how it spreads that far and people hear about it. But what really is going to give this whole thing some power is if you share it. So I don't believe in asking for donations, but loving providing the opportunity, because I think the people that are compelled to will feel aligned with it and will jump on and support the project. But what I'd love to see is you sharing it on your social media, and tag me when you share it so that I know you've done it, so I can say thanks as well. So again, click on the link below the video and they'll take you to my website, and the links to the Ninja Trailer website and GoFundMe page are there. So jump on those and share it around. That'd be great. And one thing that I was going to say, it's funny, excuse me, got a snoozer notification there. I better get off to my session shortly. It's funny how I didn't see this coming, and it's happened quite quickly and suddenly. And feedback I've had from a lot of people is, that they didn't see it coming either, and kind of emotional and all that sort of thing. And it's been quite a big shake-up. So for me, I've chosen a bit of a shake-up and to step out of my comfort zone. But for actually, and I got to share something else with you that's really big in a sec too, because it's kind of freaky. Yeah, so for a lot of my clients, it's somewhat of a shake-up and a really good opportunity for you to step out of your comfort zone. And I know that I was talking to Karen Kelly this morning. Hello, Karen, if you're still there, give us a thumbs up if you still. Looks like I've only got a couple alive now, and I've seen 3 jump on. But anyway, Karen said that one of the things she loved about what I offered is that I never cancelled, and she said she could be laying in bed at 5:30 in the morning hearing the rain outside and thinking, oh, I wonder if it'll be cancelled, and knowing that I would never cancel regardless. Hey, Karen, she'd still that would be half of the incentive to come out. And I think while that's fantastic, then I guess me stepping away from the business is giving you all that chance to step up. And you know, one of the phrases or one of the quotes that I've always closely aligned with, that's on the back of my shirts, is the one from Marianne Williamson. I won't recite it now because I'll probably choke up some more. Hey Penny, how you doing? But the quote is, it's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. So while it's me that's not cancelling sessions ever, now the chance is there for you to find that whatever it is in you that's not just in some of us, not just in me, it's in everyone. We've all got it. That's where your greatness is, and that's where that whole unleash your greatness thing came from. So there's an opportunity there for everyone to jump on board with that and make the most of it, and yeah, shake things up and step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Break the status quo, break the mold, yeah, really jump into it. And it's really, really funny, because here's the last thing I'm going to share before I've got to shoot off to my boxing session. I walked into one of my favourite little brekkie spots this morning, where I'm often seen having some admin time and that sort of thing. Now, it's not common knowledge yet, so please don't say too much, and I'm not going to say the name of the business, but I walked in there and the owner just happened to be there, and I leaned over the counter and I said, oh, I've got some really exciting news for you. And he goes, I've got some exciting news for you too. And I'm like, no, you got no idea. I said, I'm stepping away from a business and I'm moving to Perth. I'm building this ninja trail. And he goes, wow. He said, you know what? I've sold my business and I'm moving to Europe. And I'm like, wow. And this particular business has been there for 16 odd years or something. So, you know, it really is a huge message, I think, from the universe, whether it's full moon or the stars or whatever. That's not my area of expertise. But anyway, yeah, it's time for change, folks. So shake it up, get out of your comfort zone and do something outlandish and outrageous. Take my lead if you have to, but yeah, it's all happening. Anyway, final hurrah, Saturday the 7th of July between 3 and 6 p.m. at the SB. I'd love to see you there, but bring a box of tissues. You know what? You know I'm an emotional guy and the tears are going to flow more than likely, but yeah, I've got to sign off because I've got to get to a session. I've got some people to train, so yeah, catch you around on the rebound, and don't forget to follow us at Magic and Marathons. I'd love to see you share our journey, and I'll see you all around real soon somewhere. Okay, signing off. See ya.